following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Arizona, America, Phoenix. Brother Mike is back on the radio. Welcome to HardcoreChristianity.com. Thank you for tuning in today. Today's Bible study, Pope Perversions. As Reagan said to Mondale, well, there you go again. Welcome to the program. Hey, will you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? Thank you. I'll do some announcements while you make that call. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center in Central Phoenix. We're downtown on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road. HardcoreChristianity.com is the website. And you will notice when you go there, we have 2 live services every week. And those services are remarkable. Preaching, teaching, healing, and deliverance at all services. By the way, we never shut down for COVID-19. I saw through that hoax back in February. Yeah, homie, don't play COVID-19. I might play COVID-20 when that comes along, but I'm sure that's next. If you look on the website, you'll notice also we have the PayPal button. You can send us another donation. You've been supporting us for the last 18 years here in the great state of Arizona. You can go to the homepage of the website. My daughter, Tara Smith, is a licensed therapist with the great state of Arizona. She's on the homepage. Sister Karen is also on the homepage of the website. She's a licensed realtor and be happy to list your home for sale for her. Also, in the store section of the website, you can order the 18 classes. If God is calling you into the healing and deliverance ministry, you can order the training program. It's right there on the website. That's also on the homepage of the website at the top. You can get the training program and hope you will do that today. Also, when you go to the website, please sign up for our next free seminar, particularly our quarterly seminars for ladies only. Those things are super anointed, and that thing you will not believe. It is absolutely fantastic. Sister Melissa runs that. Pope Perversions. Today on Hardcore. Did you know there's a documentary movie coming out called Francisco? And Pope Francis is in it, sharing a lot of his concerns and opinions on a wide range of things. For example, some of the things that are mentioned in the movie that are dear to his heart are saving the environment, poverty, migration, racial and income inequality is important to him. Discrimination is also important to him. And in addition to that, he's come to the conclusion that homosexuality is not a sin in Catholicism. In fact, in the movie he says, quote, homosexual people have the right to be in a family. They are children of God, unquote, which is frightening because a person's sexual orientation has nothing to do with being a born-again Christian. And of course, unfortunately, Roman Catholicism doesn't have anything to do with it either. But you're not a child of God just because you're born. You must be born again, John chapter 3. But Francis is interviewed during the film, and he said in the film, quote, what we have to have is a civil union law. That way they are legally covered. Well, here in America, he's behind the times. Homosexuality is normalized here in the United States, and you can get married here in America. No problemo. But as you know, while serving as the Archbishop of Buenos Aires, Francis endorsed civil unions for homosexuals as an alternative to same-sex marriages. But he had never come out publicly in favor of civil unions as the Pope, but he has now. There's a certain Jesuit priest named James Martin who has been a strong advocate of homosexual Catholics. And he's been the one that's been promoting it in the church for decades. And he's a strong supporter of the LGBT community. I am too, by the way. LGBT, it doesn't matter what kind of a person you are. We don't discriminate against anybody at the Deliverance Center. But we do not promote things as normal that God has previously labeled as sinful. And as you know, homosexuality has been labeled by the New Testament, particularly in Romans chapter 1, as a sin. The typical term in the New Testament is sodomy and whoremongering. That's the King James Version terms. But people who come to us that are gay or bisexual or transgender, we welcome them with open arms. We want God to heal them, and we want God to forgive them. We pray for them. We try to cast demons out of them. Yes, the Lord loves homosexuals, and He wants to help them and cure them. But homosexuality is not normal, and there is no medical, science that proves you were born transgender or gay. That evidence is not out there. But unfortunately, here the Pope is legitimizing it and claiming it is not a sin in this documentary. One of the main characters in the documentary, if you happen to watch it, is a guy named Juan Carlos Cruz. He's a Chilean survivor of clergy sexual abuse. Now, Francis originally discredited this guy in a 2018 visit to Chile, but Juan Cruz is gay, and that when he met the Pope in May of 2018, he said the Pope assured him that God had made him gay, that God had made him a homosexual, and that he was born that way. Okay? Now, there's no medical or scientific evidence someone is born gay or born transgender or born bisexual. Those things do not exist, and I've gone over this numerous times over the years, trying to explain that homosexuality and transgenderism and bisexuality is all caused by lust demons. Now, these are demons that can get into the womb and attack the fetus, and so that when the person is born, they may have a propensity for homosexuality. That is true. And these spirits attack the child either in the womb or during puberty, and they morph the child's sexuality so that they sway one way, or if they're bisexual, they sway both ways. And these demons, these lust demons, pervert the normal human sexual desires, and that concept is absolutely despised by the woke community, the Democrats, the atheists, the gay community. They hate that kind of teaching, and they hate the Bible, and they hate Romans chapter 1, verse 24. Therefore God gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies among themselves. They changed the truth of God into a lie and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Greek word for creature there is katesis. It means creation. These people worship the creation more than they did the Creator. And of course, that's going on today, routinely and commonly. Verse 26, Romans chapter 1. For this cause God gave them up to vile affections. Atomia pathos is the two Greek words there. It means disgusting passions. The verse goes on in 26 to say, even their women did change the natural use into that which was against nature. Greek word physikos. Physikos means the physical aspect of a human being, your physical nature. Women changed the physical nature, and they went against nature, against the physical structure, when they were having sexual relations with each other. That's not physically normal. You cannot procreate if you're a lesbian, and the whole process is unnatural because it's not the normal physical use of the body. Verse 27 says, likewise the men, leaving the natural use of the woman. That's the Greek word thelus for woman there. It means females. Leaving the natural use of the females, burned in lust toward one another. Men, that's the Greek word aren, which means males. Males with males, working that which is unseemly. Eskimosune is the Greek word there. It means indecent. Receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was meat. The Greek word for error there is plane. It means delusion. God gave people up to a reprobate mind because they had delusions about their sexuality. And they became gay, lesbian, homosexual, bisexual, and they committed these sins and through their delusion considered it normal. And that's where we're at today in the United States. It's all normal. Verse 28 says, even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. The Greek word for knowledge there is epignosis. It means full and complete knowledge. They did not like to retain the full and complete knowledge of God. So God gave them over. The Greek word paradidomi means completely surrendered them. He just let them go. Like you would let a dog who's trying to get off a leash. If you just let the leash out of your hand, the dog takes off and runs. That's what paradidomi means. And he released them or let them go, surrendered them to a reprobate mind. Adokamos is the Greek word for reprobate. It means a mind that has been evaluated and rejected by God. It's a mind that is basically Antichrist. And it says to do those things which are not convenient. Kathego is the Greek word for convenient there. It means appropriate. And so, if you are someone who is struggling with same-sex attraction, but you haven't acted on it yet, or you have acted on it and your conscience manifests that was a sin and you need help, if you're a born-again Christian, you can get help and get counseling for it and healing for free, 602-636-5800. Please contact my office. I will schedule you in for a counseling session. There is no charge if you're a born-again Christian. We do not charge for counseling services for born-again Christians. 602-636-5800. See you next time.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.